The digital divide.
I don't know.
If what would you think that what do you think the digital divide means when you hear the words digital divide?
Digital divide?
Yeah.
Something to do with technology.
You guys know what the digital divide is?
No.
You have no idea.
Digital what?
The digital divide, like the divide between like technology, like between iPad Okay, that's perfect. Do you know what the digital divide is?
The digital?
Divide.
I guess not. How do you use it in a sentence?
It's just a word to describe people. It's to describe like a situation or people who benefit from technology and people who don't.
Okay.
So you've never heard that word before ever?
But I don't see it in. I guess not.
Alright. Do you know what the digital divide is?
Do I know what?
The digital divide. Do you know what it is?
The digital divide?
Yeah.
No idea.
Do you know what the digital divide is?
No.
You have no idea. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Alright, thanks. That's it. Do you know what the digital divide is?
Huh?
The digital divide. Do you know what it is?
No.
Have you ever heard of that term before?
No.
Never heard on the news or anything?
No.
Alright, thanks.
Do you have the slightest clue what you think the digital divide is?
Not. No, ma'am.
No guess. Anything?
Digital divide.
I don't know. I think it's a thing of the future. I don't know.
The divide.org defines the digital divide as the gap between those who benefit from technology and those who do not. While many people, groups, and organizations are contributing to closing this gap, it seems that the gap is widening and not closing. In 2004, less than 3 out of 100 Africans used the internet compared to 1 out of 2 in developed countries. The entire continent of Africa has less internet users than France alone. Supplying digital technology to all people will provide them with a more productive education to ensure them a financial secure future.
This is what some college campuses, schools, and homes look like in most developed countries. You see scenes of students on computers, cell phones, and MP3 players. But the scene is very different in places like Africa, Indonesia, and Cambodia. Many people around the world are separated from these devices simply because of the economic status of their undeveloped countries. Although most of the problems caused by the digital divide occur in poor countries, in places like the United States, socioeconomic status is a dividing factor between those who have access to technology and those who do not.
The digital divide is a serious global problem, and the closing of this gap will benefit all of humanity. Closing this gap will reduce poverty and enable governments and businesses to shape digital markets. Education leads to better jobs, and digital technology will supply more jobs to these nations and will therefore stimulate the global economy through digital markets.
Websites like digitaldivide.org and digitaldivide.net are devoted to informing the world of the problems of the digital divide and are encouraging people around the world to get involved in closing the gap. Some companies are answering this call for help by starting programs such as One Laptop Per Child and 50 by 15. One Laptop Per Child is a nonprofit organization that supplies cheap, durable laptops called XO1 Laptop to children in developing countries. These laptops allow children to connect wirelessly to the internet through other XO1 laptops. Another nonprofit organization called 50 by 15, started by AMD, is dedicated to supplying 50% of the world's population with internet and computers by the year 2015. They are also doing this by creating learning labs in various countries that educate children in digital technology. Currently, there are 200 learning labs in 12 countries.
Currently, we believe technology is a liberty due to the fact that it's not a total necessity in today's society. However, we think due to the world's ever-growing dependence on technology, it will in the years to come become a necessity. Around the world, people will realize the need to spread technology for the benefit of all mankind. This is why organizations like One Laptop Per Child and 50 by 15 are doing what they can to close this gap to secure the future of children of every race and nationality for generations to come. What will you do?
Find your dreams come true, and I wonder if you know what it means, and I wonder if you know what it means, and I wonder.
It's amazing, I'm the reason everybody fired up this evening. I'm exhausted, barely breathing, holding on to what I believe in.
What is the digital divide? The digitaldivide.org defines the digital
Are devoted to informing the world of the problems
Digital divide occur in poor countries and in places like the United States.
DigitalDivide.org defines the digital divide as the gap